Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. So, I've had my first, I had my first real problem. There's actually two I'm going to talk about with the new Toyota Tacoma. I'm in a 2025 TRD off-road, and I had the bed rail cap issue. Now, I think it's more predominant when you put a tonneau cover on, because the rail, at least for what I have, and I've got the Backflip MX4 hard tonneau cover, but when you put their rails on, it kind of puts some inward force on those bed caps, kind of pushing them down towards the inside of the bed. And when that happens, they lift up on the edge, right up behind the cab on each side of the truck. It's annoying. It's kind of one of those pet peeve things. Does it really matter? Yeah, probably not, but I see it all the time. This little gap that's created, it's about ½ an inch or so because of Toyota's mistake, in my opinion. What they've done, and I have it in a video where I tried to correct it. I'll talk about that in a minute. But what they've done is they've put one tab towards the inside, towards the bed, up in the front on that bed rail cap. And then right beside it or across from it towards the outside of the truck, they have a piece of tape. One piece of tape. It's about maybe 1.25 inches long by about 1/4 to ½ an inch wide. And it contacts what looks to be like a foam pad up above. And then there's this other pad that runs lengthwise, kind of up and down the bed. It's about this long and about this wide. And it didn't feel to me like it had any adhesive on it. Maybe it does, I don't know. I think it's there to kind of dampen the side rail cap or something. It's very odd. So the only thing holding that front part on from coming up on the edge is this little piece of tape. Now, when I took mine up and I lifted it up to do my little correction, that tape had barely any adhesive quality left to it. It felt like it had gotten wet, and of course, water can get underneath the rail sides or the rail caps because they're not watertight. It felt like water had degraded the adhesive and there was nothing there left to stick. And I think that's why you get that little noise. If yours is pulled up and you push down, you get that little, my impression, but you get that noise of like adhesive letting loose, right? Well, that's exactly what was happening. The adhesive is not strong enough, but strong enough to grab a hair to make a noise and then let loose right away. So my fix to do this was to completely remove that piece of tape, not hard, very small, and then put my own stronger tape on there. The 3M, I think it was 30-pound tape. They call it Extreme Hold or something. I put that on, and then I put another long piece of tape to contact the other long piece of foam that they have under there. And I also, right along the edge of the tape, so it would contact, hopefully, the edge of the little area that's under the bed cap, some of that adhesive squeeze stuff. I use the Loctite stuff. It's supposed to be 3 times stronger than regular adhesive. Who knows? I don't know if they're talking about Elmer's glue or the paste you used to eat if you're my age, when you were a little kid. But anyway, so far, it seems to be holding well. Of course, it's going to take a couple of weeks or so sitting in different weather conditions, in the sun, in the heat, and then when it finally gets wet, if it ever rains here again in South Texas, to know whether or not my fix is going to hold. So far, so good. We shall see. Now, you can take it in. I've heard of a few people who have gone into Toyota and complained about it, and they've replaced the bed caps, the bed rails. Honestly, I don't know what good that does unless Toyota has a different bed cap. I can't imagine they do. What they're probably doing is pulling them off, and in doing that, breaking the tabs, so they have to replace them. It's more money for the dealerships. You see, they back charge that. And then putting a new piece of tape on there, and that's their fix. Of course, it's not going to hold up. It's going to be a problem no matter what. Now, that's my first problem. Again, fingers crossed what I did works. My second problem is I've discovered a little bit of a lag in the Tacoma. no matter what mode I'm in, whether I'm in eco or whether I'm in sport or just normal or standard, there is a bit of a lag in the truck. Drives me nuts. I can't stand laggy vehicles, so that means we're gonna have to put on the pedal commander. I have a pedal commander that I had in the sport that I had, and honestly, in the sport, I really didn't notice any lag at all. All the pedal commander seemed to do in that truck was kind of make it, I guess, just a little bit more responsive, kind of refine it a little bit. But in this truck, I look for it to make a difference. I look for it to get rid of any throttle lag there is altogether, because I know how the pedal commander works. I've had them, of course, in the 3rd gen trucks, and they work really, really well. Completely transforms that truck by getting rid of any kind of throttle lag or anything like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be installing it in the truck. And let me say, the first 4th gen that I had was the Sport 2024, and I really didn't notice any kind of throttle lag or anything like that in that truck. So it's kind of surprising to me that having the TRD off-road, the 2025, which is what I have now, has that throttle lag in it. Very strange. Anyway, those are, I guess, 2 real problems, if you want to call them that I have with the new Toyota Tacoma. No big issues. So far, the truck has been really good. I do fall in the 17-inch wheel recall that's going on. To my knowledge, at the time of this video, Toyota has not come out with any kind of fix yet, so we shall see. Hopefully soon. I would like to get mine in and get it taken care of. I don't have 17-inch wheels on the truck anymore, though. I've got 18-inch wheels, so as I've mentioned before, I'll be interested to see if Toyota's going to hesitate, or simply because I'm driving a TRD off-road that's supposed to have 17-inch wheels, if they just go ahead and look at the VIN and the info on the truck and take care of it anyway, we shall see. Transmission-wise, in the previous truck I had, I did fall under a TSB, kind of on the lookout for transmission problems. I do not believe that includes now the 2025. I don't have any transmission problems. Everything seems to be the way it's supposed to be. Very smooth, no issues, and I'm very happy with the way this truck goes. It's too bad that Toyota didn't take a 3rd gen and give it, I know, this 4-cylinder turbo mated with the 8-speed transmission that it has now. I think they probably could have held off coming out with a redesign that is kind of polarizing. Some people don't like it, some people do. Anyway, just wanted to give you guys an idea of what's going on with the truck now. So far, so good. No real big issues with it. Hopefully, nothing going forward either. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.